obviously, because I'm only, what, level 33. Yeah, I don't have a huge amount of resources for my level. I have tons of stuff that I can use potentially, but today I want to sort of focus on a single weapon, the ADAR. And why the ADAR? Because it's pretty cheap. We can get it for a moderate price. Skier sells it, I believe at level 2. Yep, for 33k. But with the fancy flea market, we can get it for a good bit cheaper, actually. If we go down to weapons, it is an assault carbines, the ADAR. Flea market is not working consistently. But if we let it load for a little bit, you can get it for almost to 20k, which is a pretty good price. And we're going to mod it out a little bit, or take it into some custom raids, because I need to go to customs, because I need to do a couple of my missions. I do like running customs for money, but I still have some of the Jaeger missions. You see, all these other guys are leveled pretty high, but Jaeger, I've been a little slacking with him. We got the Tarkov shooter we're still sort of working on. That scav mission is not going to be good, but we need, what is it? The trophy, yes. Eliminate Reshala. Reshala I've killed before, plenty of times, and he is a good way. Him and his guards are a good way to get some money. But there's also another way to make money on customs, which is the marked room. Now we have a marked room key, and I think we're just gonna buy the ADAR from Skier, since it's not want to cooperate. Tarkov sometimes just doesn't want to cooperate. Sometimes we're having issues and stuff. Luckily, it's not too bad they won't be able to play it, but we have a few uses on one of the marked room keys left. Yeah, 14. I bought this back when I was maybe like level 13 or something, and I've still not used even half of them. So we need to go get some good money, because the marked room has really good money. It's up on 3rd story dorms, and we need to get this puppy kitted out a little bit. So what I like to do, not just start with the build. I wanted to talk about the weapon first, but we also need to talk about what other equipment we're going to run, because what I like to do is I like to balance both my equipment and my weapon. So my weapon and all the mods and equipment and ammo and stuff should roughly equal what all my gear is. So my backpack, my rig, my armor, whatever I want. So let's get that armor and stuff out of the way, so we know exactly how far we can go with this ADAR. So I'm not going to go super crazy. I'm not going to get any of these vests, in fact, since we want to go super budget. And I don't think I'd like to have some of these. If the flea market was working, we'd get this. This is a nice little armor, class 4, 50 hit points. And you can't buy this outright, at least not from Ragman 1, 2, or 3. There's a trade you could do, but we're not doing that. You can get it from the market, because this often spawns on scavs for roughly 50 to 60k. We're going for the next step down. 43,000 straight from Ragman. You can get it again cheaper on the flea market. But level 3 armor, not ideal, but definitely better. 80 hit points, really good. 43k. Picking that up. That's going to be our main thing. And I also want to grab a set of contacts. Now, these are super cheap. The GSS, but the problem is they're not good, right? They're 10k less than the contacts that I would like to use, and I think we will use. But these not only amplify the sounds around you, but they amplify your own sounds and stuff. The Peltor contacts and the Swordens do not amplify the sound that you make. So all your running around, shooting, firing is muffled with these two. And you can hear sounds that are further away a lot clearer, more precise. So we're gonna go with these. I think it's worth the upgrade. Again, 10k. It's just, you could take these, you could not run them, but sort of up to you. This is what I like. And we're just gonna take the crappiest helmet till we can get level 3 armor. It's pretty much barely gonna protect you from anything, and it's, again, you could take the 6B, which is also level 3. It technically covers a little bit more on you, but not really enough to warrant the price difference. I mean, it's almost twice as much. And we could get some level 4 helmets and stuff. There's some bigger face masks. If you like to run face masks and stuff, I don't. I like to hear what's being shot around me, and if anyone's walking around. I've killed so many people just because they don't have contacts or anything. And I'm just running around inside this building, trying to figure out where they are at, and they don't even know I'm in the building. And I just run up behind them or something, or catch them off guard because I don't even know I'm there. But yeah, we could spend more money, but we're not. So we've already got that. Last thing we need is a backpack. And we don't need a huge backpack. If you are confident in what you do, you got money to spend. Get a bigger backpack, get a camelback or something. Even an attack too, like 40k versus what I'm going to take a scab backpack, 15k, saving a lot of money going down, a good size. You do lose two sides here as far as the difference between a camelback and a scab backpack. But hopefully we will not need all that extra space. So let's equip this all up. But how much did that cost us? Well, we spent about what? I want to say 17k here, or 22 here. That would be, man, math on the spot is tough. It's what, some 40 something, 41? This cost us another 42, so we're at 80. And then this is another 15. So we're almost at 100k just with our equipment here. And this ADAR base cost us 33. So we could go up quite a bit if we wanted to and trick this out pretty well. And we're not going to go crazy on here. We're definitely not taking the 10 round mags. But we're going to take off a good bit of this stuff and change it up a bit. So what I like to do is definitely take the handguard off, as well as the this here. Not only is it the front side, but is the gas block for the rifle. We're going to do a link search. Hopefully flea market's working. Okay, it's working well enough here. And we can sort for magazines. So magazines, we get a 100 rounder. We're definitely not doing that. We're going to stick with the regular 30 rounders. MG mags, these are expensive. Let's see, these, 38 versus 31. Those aren't actually too bad. Let's see, 34. Mostly Peacekeeper is going to have the cheap ones. And it's probably better if we go straight to Peacekeeper and do this. It is just nice to sort. So we've got 36 here, 38 there. These Colt ARs, these are the cheapest ones. They have the highest ergonomic penalty of all. We're going to grab what? We can fit 3 probably in our pack. Well, 2 in our rig, and then 1 in the weapon. We're going to grab those quick. Then we're going to go back to link search here. Again, this is really good for sorting through weapons and stuff. Sorry this is not cut up in any way, but we're just doing this all live. These are all the options for rear stuff. I don't think we're going to change any of that. What we are going to do, change up the grip. I don't think I took the grip off, but got some really nice ones. This is the typical -5 or +5 to ergo. But this Woodstock, it's pretty good. Like it's got high ergonomics. The recoil is good. Again, like this is not ideal for any ADAR, but it's a semi-automatic rifle, right? We're just using it to kill Rashala and his minions. It's really all we're worried about, except of course other players. We've run into them. We just sort of gotta hope we're gonna be able to clear them out. And I guess we won't get a handle, since we're gonna keep the Woodstock on here. But we will change that front sight. So back to the link search, back to vital parts. These are uppers. These are pistol grips. I think what we have to do is we have to go straight to the barrel, in fact, because the weapon is broken into different tiers. If we do a link search on the barrel, now we're going to get handguards. So we've got functionals for sights and stuff, which we're not going to do yet. We also have mounts and stuff. There's also to put more stuff on, but we need the vital stuff. So we've got the barrel itself. Here's the Woodstock we jumped off. We have the typical Colt handle. It's got a nice bit of ergo, but compared to this, it's only marginally better. What we're looking for is something with maybe, yeah, definitely not expensive, but something that could possibly fit a foregrip and a sight on it if we want. Definitely a sight. At least one of the foldables. And I'm sort of partial to the Knight's Armament one here. It's not bad. It's small, but it fits things pretty well. We'll look through some of them, just see what we like. Again, these handguards, some of them are really expensive. Modding the M4s are generally more expensive than any of the AK versions. Some of these things I don't even have investigated. But yeah, we're looking at all these, and these are pretty priced compared to some of the AK things. And the AK is probably pretty good as far as doing what I want to do. But today we're focusing on the ADAR. So I think we're gonna go back to, what was it? The Knight's Armament. Yep. So 67 bucks. Again, that's going for more on the flea market. That's roughly about 7K. Yeah, probably about this price in rubles. But we're gonna go with this one. Grab that real quick, and there's a couple things more we gotta add on here. Okay. So we don't have the right barrel for it either. Let's switch the barrel up. You put that on there without the barrel. Nice. And let's Let's actually filter by, or link search again. Look for a nice barrel. Now, oops. I think we gotta specifically, again, select the upper here. Link search, vital parts, that would be a barrel. I believe the 18 would be smaller barrels, what we want. These are expensive though. Try and get something on the cheaper end. This is the standard barrel? Yes. This Molot 406, the standard barrel. So we're gonna grab the 260 here. You could be doing all of this in the modding screen. So I can go to modding. I can look at all this and put this all together. I sort of know what I'm doing for the most part. For the most part, of course. But it does not 100% hold up. So we can put this back on here and it would fire. There's a gas block and everything. But what I like to do is put a little sight on here. And it'll fit right up on top here, or you can put, I think you can put front rails on there. We might do iron sights here in a bit. But we also, well, first off, we need to get a, you want to use the flash hider? Probably not. So let's see. For the barrel, we need a gas block. So we're going to do link search again. Vital parts, gas box. And this is the typical one we get. Again, super cheap, 1500. They've also got this nice JV Enterprises, which is expensive. We don't have unlocked. But the MK12, nice, cheap, low profile. That's the Windhelm, which is also nice. And this is the one we're going to use, this Windhelm weaponry rail block. That's going to go on there nice. And it'll allow us, we do another link search on it, it'll allow us to get a front sight on here, which we can pick from quite a few different options. So we've got the Magpul Gen, which is one of my preferred ones. It's nice and cheap. We've got one in a different color. We've got the same sort of front sight one, except it's not mounted to the gas block. The KAC, this one is also relatively nice. MP7 one, sort of your choice here, front sight. For me, the rear sight is sort of the main one. I do like the SIG one, but that's a little more expensive since it is not buyable from a trader typically. But I think we will go with the Magpul, typical normal one. And then throw that on there. Lastly, we go back to the rifle itself. Oops, that was not a link search. That was a filter by item. Link search. So back here, again, we're switching all back and forth. Oh, is it not in here? I suppose it's not. I think we do have to go to the upper again. So the upper here, link search, there we go. Not vital, not gear, functional sights, there we go. So we went to iron sights, Magpul Gen 2 rear sight. It's got a nice large circle again. You look at a bunch of different things. It's got the carry handle, which is sort of typical for its Colt rear sight is a bit smaller. You can also use that. The HK is nice flip up. They all generally line up and function with each other back and forth. But again, I like this Magpul one. Again, more of the flea market hiccuping. And that actually doesn't look all that bad. Again, we're missing one more thing I think we need to get, which is the flashlight. So this one here is -5 recoil. So if we go and sort by the barrel again, and linked search, we're going to look at muzzle devices. So we can look at a lot of things. There's suppressors we're not going to use because we're going to try and keep this price down. There's muzzle adapters that fit different suppressors. We're going to look through here. Some of these are really nice. I like the Blackout, which is -6. Gives you some extra accuracy. The standard one that we just dropped off of here, just 5. Nihilator, which is nice and expensive. Some other ones that I haven't even seen in game. This USG can, I think, also fit this one of the silencers on there. But the one we're going for, I think, yeah, the Desert Tech. I don't even have it. This is the standard MDR barrel, I believe. And there's more that you can go through and look at. Some of these are nice. The Surefire War Comp is really nice as well. I think this one also does fit. Yeah, it will fit one of the things on there. One of the silencers. This one is also pretty much the same thing. But what's this one? 10? Yeah, that one's expensive. But I do like the Desert Tech. Yep. It's nice. The -6, a little bit of accuracy. And it looks a little cooler on the end. It doesn't have like a big bulky sort of thing. It's sort of streamlined with the barrel. And yeah, it does sort of fit what we're trying to do pretty nicely. So let's clean this up a little bit. We're just gonna dump all this off to mechanic, stuff we're not using again. Getting rid of that. And you can see that for the price we bought it for, we've already increased its cost quite a bit to the fact that we can sell it for the same price we originally bought the base weapon. So we went up in price a good bit. It's probably worth about 50K if we were to buy this directly from all our stuff. Plus these mags, which were 2K a piece, just about, not too bad. But last thing we want to put on is we want to put on a little grip. Skier sells some nice grips. Again, we could sort with the handguard and look for it, but we're pretty much just going to grab this in it. RK5, it's pretty nice. -2 recoil, some extra ergonomics. Sort of fits really well. There's some cheaper ones that are just some extra ergo. The difference is the price is not all that big. Just a nice one. And lastly, what we need to do is we need to pick ammo for this. And I already know what I want, but just to bring this up, sort of show you what we got. A bunch of different options. So we're here, EFT Wiki. This is pretty good to use. We're gonna go here to 5.56 NATO. Let's get this nice and big, zoom in a good bit, and we're gonna sort by penetration power. So what we're looking for, we're pretty much gonna take this M8 56A1. I can get plenty of that because its penetration power is 37, which can penetrate through level 3. Now, most of the Scout Boss's minions, they have level 3 armor. Sometimes they've got higher, sometimes they've got lower. We'll have to deal with that if that happens. And it does take away a little bit of recoil, but it's got good penetration, moderate damage, and it's a lot cheaper than M995. We could get 855A1, but let's try and keep it low because unlocking Peacekeeper isn't hard, but this is a nice level 2 variant. We'll take that instead. Plus the extra 7 damage it's actually noticeable. Normally if it's like 1 or 2, like the difference between 49 and 51, if the penetration was the same, I wouldn't worry about having the less damage, but 7 damage every shot, pretty important. So we're gonna grab some of that, and then we're gonna get that straight from Peacekeeper. And just to speed it up, we know he's from level 2. There we go. It's $3 a piece. It's not exactly $3 a piece, but let's see, we're gonna have 120. Which is enough to fill all 3 of our mags, have 30 left over just to put in our pockets. Full mags, put that there. Lastly, we're gonna grab a nice little car for meds. We've got some extra stuff in my Epsilon case. I did just finish the Punisher series. I started out from a standard account, and now I've got this nice case. If you don't have it, I recommend you don't bring a CMS. That's just something I'm able to bring now. I've just still got 1 space empty if I want to throw a sight, something valuable in there, or I can just take the painkillers out. And the downside of doing this is that if I need to use my painkillers, I can't hotkey it and I can't use it really quickly. I got to tab out, go to my painkillers. But technically, you don't lose a whole lot when you do that. Technically, you want to have the guy killed before you start medding, but we're pretty good off. We're going to ensure all this and go to customs. And left side should be bright enough that we're able to go. Ensure all this, because most likely we're going to be able to get this back. If we die and a player kills us, we're going to get the vest back, backpack back, and these two. Maybe the contacts might go, but no one picks up these helmets. The ADAR's gone. There's no way. The scavs will pick that up. ADAR's not coming back. Now it's got at least a moderate amount of, even if it doesn't have anything, ADARs get picked up real quick. But let's go in. We're going to run probably the ADAR for a good hour or 2 here. There's a short showcase how it is, and it's a pretty nice weapon. It should do pretty well, and the only reason it would not do well is because I'm a terrible Tarkov player. I've been through quite a few wipes. I've gotten multiple characters above level 40, but I still have a lot to learn. I haven't even touched reserve in the recent patch. It's 12.3 right now, and I haven't gone to reserve. It's a great money-making thing. It's probably better than me going to customs, but we're going to customs because we just sort of need money, and I'm really comfortable running customs day, night, whatever. And the marked room, since it was buffed, is super, super lucrative for money. Now, we took all that time to sort of put the gun together, about 15 minutes or so, and hopefully we get to a nice quick game. Because the only other downside is when you're playing Tarkov is if you take a huge amount of time to match, put in a full group and everything, and you just run in there and die. I can set this up really quickly. Again, I was explaining how to set this up for the most part, and I could set that up really quick in 2-3 minutes, but when it takes longer to match, then you might be in the game. So now we're even waiting for players, which is good if you're trying to avoid players and just make money, just run through the map, get scav kills and stuff, which is another one of my missions, just to kill 50 total scavs across Tarkov. That's just gonna happen passively. But if no one's in this raid with us, I mean, we're sort of scot-free to go in and be as slow as we want, shoot things. Again, player scavs can always spawn in and try and take us out, but we have a good advantage of the fact that we know what equipment we have and get to pick it beforehand. And player scavs typically don't run around with body armor or especially powerful weapons. Not that they can't take us out. Obviously, I do have my face entirely exposed, but we should. I hope I'm good enough to fight them, and not die. They're just a basic scav. All right. So our spawn is going to be really important. We're just going to pretty much run to the marked room. The only thing we may check along the way are a few spots, mostly for the scav boss if he happens to be at gas station, one of his other spawns. Yeah, pretty much just head to the 3rd story. You could have other keys for some of the other rooms and stuff and get some extra money out of customs, but we sort of want to run through here relatively quick. And as soon as we spawn in, nice. All right. So we're going to take our lead this way. We're going to do the little car hop over onto the porta-john over the wall here. This is something I consistently fail at. I am notoriously bad about. I guess not notoriously, considering I fail it a lot, but no one else knows I fail it a lot. The only thing we're going to stop for here, obviously this weapons case. This can have something in here, like it does. Nice little Vepr. I like to run Veprs. That probably would have been my first choice as far as weapons to come here, because that nice 7.62 by 39 is good. But here, you come up here and kind of time this pretty well. And we're not going to go check the gas station. We could, but the chances of the boss being there are relatively low. He only has, like, I think a 30% spawn rate in the map. I'm going to take that player out. Might as well. Don't like hatchlings, even though they just implemented a nice little patch. I'm going to take his tag at least. Level 1, man. It's always rough. Always rough as level 1. I'm guessing he spawned up there, and he just did not know where he was going. Yeah, there are other players here. That guy's got an AK. Fighting someone with a... I want to say it's a Vepr Hunter. That's a Mosin. That's shot at a different area. What? It's not the scav boss, it's a regular old scav. Gonna reload here. Does he have armor on him? No. Nice little ADAR for us. It's nice. And I heard some noises inside there, which is likely another scav, but not the boss. The boss usually spawns in 3-story here. He is. Now we're gonna be a little careful coming in. You can hear a player. You can get 2nd story. Yep, he's going for the marked room. Got him. 2 player kills. We need player kills. Apparently they're running. Alright, so we've gone through our 3 mags and shot a little bit out of each of them. And we're pretty full on our backpack too. But luckily, we've only got a few things. G-Phone's going in here. It's worth a little bit. Keter is nice. And the Mosin we could ignore pretty much. Let's see what he's got. MP135. And check his backpack real quick. while we take this off here. That is one thing worth a little bit. Go ahead and grab that. MREs. Ooh, that there. Take the MRE. Now our mags, we could stop and repack them, but I think we can just get out of here pretty quick. Those are scabs. Might as well take them out. Leave them for the mission. I got one. Well, let's not risk it. Big point of learning Tarkov is sort of knowing when to take your risks and when to just cut your losses. Do I need that scav kill? No. Could that scav kill me? Yes. Is it likely that he's going to kill me? No. But what does killing the scav get me, right? I've got my backpack already full. Got a lot of stuff. Got a lot of value into this raid. Not just what I brought in, but what I can possibly take out. And that scav kill is just another scav kill. So I'm not going to gain anything from it aside from completing that one little mission, which just needs all 50 scav kills. So I'm just going to get passively anyway. It's not a priority. I do need to... Okay, that is nearly full. I'm always worried about crossing here. Players I've seen sometimes just sit in those tree lines, poke their head out and shoot people coming across. Go down here, check to see if the boat is here. It does not look like it. The fire is lit. There's a boat here. You can usually get the smuggler's extract. That is nice. That's the M700, I think. Beautiful sounding gun. Beautiful, beautiful gun. I'm glad we don't have to fight it. It's not at me. I think that's up on the bridge. Sounds like another ADAR. So it's semi-auto. We want to fight that? We don't need to. Right, again, there's loot. We may as well. There's definitely ADAR. We're making noise. Guessing he's in one of these box cars up here. Can I crawl through here? Yes, I can. He's going that direction, so be real careful we don't walk past him. Oh, I think I know where he is. He might be on the other side of that wall now. Perhaps. I've cut in the door or something, maybe. And he sounds closer than he perhaps really is. Sounds like he is hunting scavs himself. And we'll leave him be. I don't want to ruin someone else's raid or something if they're not doing what we're doing, right? They're not going after our objectives. They're not threatening us. And I have really nothing to gain. I mean, they do have an ADAR. I would like to have another ADAR. Right, it's more money, but I'm fine with just letting him be. Right, I've gotten enough player kills already. You guys competing for my resources in the map, my objectives. I'm fine just with fighting them and not picking any additional fights if I don't have to. I should go here, get the nice crossroad extract, and we're done. It's a pretty simple raid. Pretty successful. Again, we didn't fight anyone who was really a threat to us. There were 2 hatchlings. Again, the scavs could have killed us, but we handled them pretty well. But that's mostly because I know how to handle them. I've fought them so many times. And I don't think any of them even got any shots on us at all. Gonna slowly work on our way up. We got some decent loot. Again, not as good as it could be, but 2 weapons from the marked room is pretty typical. They were lower tier, but they're still worth money. All we spent during that whole raid was our ammo, which is easily replaced. That mag's almost completely empty. The ADAR down there. Put that down there in case we need to eat something. And the Vepper, I might say the Vepper. No, we won't do the Vepper anytime soon. We're gonna put this mag in, we're gonna install it. And I just so happen to have a little bit more ammo here. So this is 85581, we don't do that, so we need more of this. Let's actually unload this. And I can filter by item, and I'll bring it up instantly on the flea market with Peacekeeper. I can purchase as many as I want. I will grab 60. That will fill my mags. Rest away and give me some more, and we are ready to go back in. Go left side's gonna be getting darker. Some people don't do that. They got some high level guys sitting in the lobby. Not a lot of people play on night side. They mostly like the daytime again because it is pretty dark, and it's probably gonna look pretty dark on the video, but I like to run it. We won't run too many more today. I do sort of want to showcase how different it is, how different the atmosphere is. Now, people aren't normally running around with night vision, but there are typically people who are running safer gear. Usually on daytime, you do see more like hatchlings and moslings and stuff, lower gear guys. Nighttime, it's one or the other. You're either super low gear or you're super high gear. And if you sort of mid-tier gear it, you can get some drops from some really geared players, get some good money from them. Nice way to farm high-end players. But then all the weaker guys, again, you still have the advantage and are able to fight them. Pistols are nice to use too. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money for a pistol with crappy ammo. Some of the 9mm are okay, but they're relatively cheap. But their ammunition is pretty lacking against the armored guys we're going after. The 5.7 is an incredible pistol, and if I wasn't trying to showcase a specific gun, I'd probably run the 5.7. It is really good, but there's nothing really to mod to it. You just buy it, grab some mags, some expensive ammo. It's roughly 40k for a good bit of ammo and the gun for 5.7, and it's just a straightforward weapon that works really well. Server connection lost. Now that can be one of two things. They either put us in a raid, and then we lost connection. Could have been my internet hiccuping. Or we were not able to match with the server, which then would probably be on Tarkov's side. Let's see if it... Motion blur in the lobby. Yep, my character is still in raid. So luckily it was just my internet hiccuping. And we'll put us right back in. Now we will be behind. My character's in there, he's just standing there doing nothing right now. So we're gonna be a little late to this raid, so we won't be able to get to the marked room as fast as possible. Likely someone else will get there. Last time we were lucky enough to move fast enough that we got there at the same time as the only other person who was running there as fast as we were. But now we're going to be definitely behind. We can still beat people if they're not taking a beeline and sort of rushing for it. But maybe we're not getting into this raid. Yeah, I don't think that's my internet. That could be on Tarkov's side. They have been having consistent server issues for a while now. They just can't really keep up with so many people playing. They did not expect the huge boom over the last few months. Let's see if we can get it one more time. If not, we'll just leave the raid. Our equipment is all insured. We probably still won't get it back, at least all of it, but we might, who knows. Someone might not check whatever our spawn point would be. And our player just sits there in raid until everyone leaves it. The thing is, if a player scav runs across our body, they will take everything. from us, and vest, helmet, helmet contacts, everything, the most part. Because most of the time, scavs don't spawn with any of that. Occasionally, they'll spawn with that nice camo version of this that's level 4. Yeah, there we go. Yep, server's not going to take this one. We'll have to leave that raid. And that should... It dumps all our gear. We lose all that, but that's Tarkov. We're not here to play a finished game. It says beta testing. That's what we expect. Yep, I'm sure I want to leave. I don't know why it kicks us out of the whole game. I just want to go back to my stash, but I'll be fine. We'll get back in. So we're gonna put another ADAR together, probably the same way. I can do it a bunch quicker since I've already gone over the showcase. And since we already do own another ADAR, once we got some more ammo and mags and stuff, but again, we'll get in there relatively quick, aside from, again, more Tarkov crap. Let's see how long this takes. Will put us in consistently, I think, the profile data loading, because it's clearing out my last raid that I was in, pulling all my data out of there, and then dumping all my equipment. No, sometimes I get that. Okay. And exit is... I don't want to leave. I want to leave the raid. Confirm leave. There we go. There, that's what I did. I exited instead of confirm leave. Now, I haven't done this in this patch yet. I don't know if there's a big downside to it. I probably should have tried to reconnect one more time with the resetting of the client, but I mean, now we're stuck at a screen that doesn't say anything. Tarkov is wonderful. This is sort of the reason why I haven't been playing much, if any, Tarkov, because there have been so many intermission issues, and streaming is just such a hair-pulling nightmare and boring time. There we go, back to our character. Oh, it's giving our stuff back. That's weird. I don't know if they changed that recently or not. You leave raid. Maybe it's because I never did connect to that raid. But, alright, so this is a little too late. So let's go to Dayside again. Yes, you can see tons of people in the lobby, tons of people playing on Dayside. So many more want to play Dayside than nighttime. Surprised we got our stuff back. Because in older patches, if you left a raid that had all your equipment, it would completely just wipe all your equipment. You would potentially get it back in insurance if you had it insured, but otherwise, it was gone. Now, something I like to do that I didn't do after last raid was each time, like, I keep a gun or something or my equipment and I survive a raid, I make some money out of it. Sometimes I take some of that money and I just upgrade my weapons. So I might put a sight on my gun, or I might put a new stock or something on this. I didn't do it last time because it would make a huge amount of money. But if we make it through this one, it's some extra cash. I think we'll hit this out a little bit more. Just a little bit. New stock would look nice. But a sight is probably the best, most helpful thing at the moment. Because stocks help recoil and ergo a little bit, so we'd have to get a grip as well. Which isn't an issue. Grips are pretty cheap. Stock's a little more expensive. But an ADAR doesn't shoot fully automatic, so the stock and the recoil reduction isn't that important. We're shooting semi-automatic, the recoil is automatically just reduced because we're not firing as fast. So a sight really helps clean up your picture, your view of your target location. And if all you got is a red dot and a small little outline where you're trying to shoot right, you don't have all these iron sights, all this stuff sort of hanging in the way. And you can get a little, I like to have a little extra bit of precision and viewpoint in my shots. But some of the red dot sights are a little bit more expensive. Most of them are, actually. And I don't always run them. It's good good to be able to fall back on iron sights and stuff. Still practice with them in case you go on a scab or you have to pick up someone else's weapon and stuff or something. Plus, I mean, iron sights still look cool. I mean, look at this. I mean, the gun looks like an M4. It's just that wood stock is probably the only thing that really looks bad. It's not terrible. Like the handle, the wood handle is sort of the worst part of the wood stock here. I mean, this looks like a nice clean finish. All right, we got in. Not late technically. We were like 7 seconds late from spawning. I'm gonna have to watch left here. If someone comes from far down that way, I think we're okay. I'm not seeing anyone. Now someone could have spawned technically up there, other side of the rail. If they're coming back this way to shoot people like me, that. Someone inside here. Got him. Ah, probably another hatchling. Yep. Level 14. Alright, you should be running weapons. You should know better. You should not be hatchet running at all at level 14. That's gotta be a weapon fire from further away. Yeah, sometimes you end up using a comtac for a long time, or no contacts for a long time, and once you finally switch to another one, again, a lot of sounds you hear differently, especially if I'm talking too. If you're trying to talk, that can really muffle some sounds if you hear them unexpected, like gunshots. Sometimes can sound like footsteps. Because I don't have noise canceling headphones. But even so, like just talking, you can sort of hear your voice reverberate through your own skull. No guys spawned out here. We need to be a little careful. Again, someone could be ahead of us. But if they are running ahead of us, one, we shouldn't be able to catch up with them. Two, they most likely aren't going to. Fuck. Ah. I got the good guy. I got the strong guy. Man, where was he? And I reloaded before I needed to. I could have turned and started shooting at that guy. That first one was a good fight. I handled that really well. Stomach. Oh man. I had level 3 armor. Man, I wish I knew. Wish I knew. That had to be a headshot. That guy was wearing an airframe. That the gray sort of helmet you saw him see. I had a headshot at an airframe that covers the jaw and it only has the head sort of exposed, and I got him there. And it's really disappointing because that's a really expensive helmet. That's a really good kit he was running. I wish I could have got that stuff. He didn't have the buddy, or at least I heard the buddy. Disappointing, because that other guy was just running an MPX, and maybe he had armor piercing rounds, or no, I probably just took too many shots from that first guy, and he was able to finish me off. Man, some of my deaths are sort of weird. Some of them are. I took shots from that first guy. He definitely hit me. I saw it light up in the top left corner. But that second guy, the guy who did end up killing me, when he shot me, it didn't show up at all here. I instantly died, which is disappointing. I mean, I may have been really, really low, but it didn't sound like any of his bullets were flying past me, snapping or popping, which I don't know if that happens with a lot of 9mm stuff. Let's see. We're going to be using the ADAR here. Well, let's get rid of all this stuff here first from the last raid. Let's drop to Therapist. This nice golden G phone. Yeah, 40K. Beautiful, beautiful. Skier can take some stuff. He buys these mods. He doesn't take the stock. That's worth, a little flashlight is worth a good bit. And everything else to Mechanic. Mechanic is pretty much the highest for everything else. 33. So we got a little over 100K from that raid, which almost pays for all of our equipment that we're going to buy right now. And since we already have an ADAR, that's a good help too. So let's grab all the Ragman stuff again, and let's go vest first. And then we will grab helmet. Nope, not that one. This one, and contacts. Ah, man, just so disappointed about that last fight. All right, we can grab a backpack. I don't want to use a duffel bag. I don't even know why I have this duffel bag still. Clip all that, but go get a backpack again. Need to sort of calm down again from that fight. I am more excited for the fact that I killed that guy than I was like caught in a fight with him, and then I died to that second guy. Then I'm nervous about the actual fight. Just the excitement of killing the first guy. That's not good ammo. We should take that out. Gotta buy more mags anyway. Buy 2. Yep. I'm gonna unload all this. 855. Gonna go to Peacekeeper, sell that ammo back, and buy nice stuff. So M995, which is really, really good. Super expensive. We're getting the 856A1, 120 rounds, again $300 is a lot for ammo, but you're always sort of going to pay a decent bit. Now, we are still injured. We have some cars and stuff that we can use. This will not be enough, however, just that one. Still got a good bit of healing left. Now, I don't want to use the one that we're going to use in Raid. Don't use it up, so we're just going to go to Therapist, buy one real quick, use it all, and then we're good to go. Good to run right back in once we insure everything. And I'm going to leave the ADAR stock. I modded the last one, but this one here has a nice little sight on it and everything. Again, the ergo and stuff and recoil doesn't really matter. It just looks really bad, so potentially it could survive when we insure it. But let's go daytime. The likelihood of me getting any of that gear back is relatively low. Player scavs can find that really easily. And those guys, since only one of them survived, unless they had even more, those guys probably could take all my stuff, considering I did kill one of them. But again, like my backpack is definitely not worth anything to them. My chest rig is probably not worth much to them, but they may take it anyway because it is a chest rig, and those are, to some people, those sort of seem rare, feel rare. Sort of like Comtacs. Comtacs are not expensive, but some people think, oh yeah, I got a nice pair of Comtacs, I'm gonna take that. Which is something I do, but it's because I like to reuse Comtacs from dead players I get. And if I've got room, might as well just take them. But helmets and stuff, usually I leave some of that stuff behind. Definitely most vests and stuff, vests and backpacks, I generally leave behind. I tend not to do too much of the backpack stacking unless they're really good backpacks, like attack 2s, or sometimes camelbacks. But scav packs and the and like that. So what? It's called the Burka. Is it the green round one, the same size? Yeah, that one I'm not super interested in those sizes since they're so cheap. Now, we could have removed the front sight here, and I would have liked to, but because it sort of blocks our line of sight here a little bit, sort of obscures our picture. And we're gonna have to sort of fight this raid. What we'll fix next time. I would have also grabbed a flash hider or something to help reduce the recoil, because recoil probably will be pretty high on this without the muzzle brake, without any. This is essentially almost as bad as you could possibly get for recoil on an ADAR or an M4. But again, it doesn't affect too much. You're one tapping, two tapping most of the time. And the spraying again should almost be done in point fire at all times. I did ADS when I was shooting that last guy, the heavy geared guy, because I knew I needed to hit him in the head, and I did. I did hit him in the head, but I did not hear the guy to my right. Which is, if I had maybe sword-ins or something, I might have been able to do that. But even if I did, I could have completely missed it too, because again, I was fighting one guy in front of me, and super focused on him. Hearing footsteps might not have done that. But I definitely shouldn't have just like stood up once I killed him and reloaded. Actually, standing up probably is a good idea, but reloading instantly probably isn't. I should probably look around. I had about half a mag left. Maybe 10 bullets, if I had to guess. Around 10 bullets, which is enough to kill someone. Okay, nice. We got a decently close spawn. So we need to go across the train tracks here. Now, there is an opposite spawn this way we gotta worry about. Up by that power line tree over there. Now we gotta watch them. We can see them running way over there. Yep. So we're gonna be behind them. It would be helpful for us to catch up to them. It only seems like there's one. I could not tell, but I would guess they are lightly geared. It looked like they didn't have a big backpack on. But yeah, when you get spawns like this, you got to worry about someone coming from where I'm coming from, and if you spawn there, and for me, I got to worry about them because they could be coming my direction, knowing how the spawns work. At any time, he could be stopping, like he could be camping or something. I think he's running straight to the marked room, if I had to guess. He took off pretty quick, just like me. And he could be going somewhere else for all we know, but we're gonna assume he's our competition, right? And if we see him, we're gonna shoot him. Yeah, this does have a decent reticle option. Right. So we can use this. Again, the front sight does cover up a little bit. Now, if I had to guess, he would come this way. So I took the same route as us. Go to the second floor. Yeah, hear him upstairs. Yeah, I think he's inside. I'll check there first. No, he's not inside. That is odd. Alright. This is good. Expensive. We can leave that there. I'm worried about this other guy. There he was. I don't know if that was the exact one we were looking for originally, but that was one. That was Egg Dude. Let's see. With Mazor Reload, something I want to do, actually, is put this on this TX. How much ammo? M8. Nope, we're not using that. Put some of the better ammo in here. I'm gonna clear around here a little bit. Okay, yes, that's why we clear around, because there's other people. Did not hear him come up. We're gonna heal that arm. We did not take a whole lot of damage. We'll loot you on our way out. You take that. I'm gonna take that. Helmet we don't need. You probably don't have anything else that I really want. You just have your dog tag. We'll grab everything else sort of unnecessary. This is nearly full. We'll leave it like that. This is a good gun. Same ammo type as the end rate of fire as the ADAR. This is the something TX. Can't remember its name. It's a newer weapon. It's really low recoil, just naturally, but it fits most of the M4 stuff, and is a really good weapon. It's very expensive too, so we did just pick up a good bit of money. We're now holding, but we're going to use it because it's a better weapon. It's silenced, and it's the same caliber as the weapon we already had. Now, when we get back, we're just going to sell it off because we're trying to be efficient and make money. No reason to just take it back in. considering it is literally the same as an ADAR, short of the fact that it is, I think it's maybe better ergo, but definitely better recoil. It's just worth so much more. That's a scav there. Sounds beautiful. I don't think I've shot it before. Why is this guy not getting hit? That's gotta be it. I wasted a lot of ammo. Let's see. I don't see a fire around here, so we probably can't get out that way. Yeah, nope, no extract there. Gotta watch around here. As always. Anyone sitting in the bush or something, anyone sitting on the bridge. It's a fairly straightforward route that I'd like to take. Someone's fighting scavs at the top of the bridge, right up there. They will not see us. We don't need to go run up there and kill him, ruin his raid. Haven't run into the scav boss. I think I've done 8 raids here, and I've only run into the scav boss once, or was in the raid with the scav boss so far, since I started the hunt for him. And he was already taken out by a super weird guy. I do kind of want to fight that. We'll peek it. We'll peek it. If we can see whatever's going on here. And this is risk I don't need, but yeah, my curiosity has been satisfied. I crawl under. Continue on. I'd like to be on the right wall. Get that covered. There we go. I almost feel naked with a nice gun like this and the crappy armor that I have. If I run into anyone else similarly geared. Yeah, I saw you, Scav. I don't think it was a player. It looked like a scav. Let's run from right to left there. Again, I don't need to risk going any more scavs or something. And the player's that way. I don't know where exactly, but again, no need to ruin their raid or have them ruin ours. And play conservative. That's what I like to do. We get out of more raids, and less fights as well, but we'll be here, we'll be able to get out. And we got a nice little MPN, which I don't know why he had it folded. If you're gonna fight down a hallway, you should unfold it and get the extra recoil out of that. Yeah, we got a good bit of money out of that raid. Didn't grab too much other stuff. Got 2 USECs. Oh, we did get that last scav, the headshot. Okay. Yeah, I think that sight is a little messed up. I don't like the Cobra sight in general because it's a smaller sort of sight. Like I don't like the PK06. I like the bigger ones. I think the PLAD is really, really nice. It's got a nice box, clear view. But yeah, we're gonna take that off. We're gonna take this off as well. No, it's insured. We're just gonna sell that back. And we are going to have to refill this. Actually, wait. Yeah, this is your ammo. You can have it. I'm not gonna use it. I need to remind me, chat, not to go into the next raid before I mod a little bit of my gun. So 32K just from those two, mostly the silencer. But then we'll go to mechanic for the weapons. Yeah, look at that, 21 for the MP9, and then 74 Another more than 100K for that one. Making our money back. So not only are we gonna buy more ammo for this, we are going to take that off. Do a very similar treatment as to what we did before. Is there anything else that I wanted to take off? No. Okay. And then I'm just gonna really quickly go grab it. No need to walk through the whole building process again. Let's see. I think, oops. No, you don't. You sell this one. It's a blackout. I said this was gonna be quick, but I think that's the one we're gonna use. Oh shit. Yeah, I probably shouldn't use that. I should probably use something else. Because I don't want to switch the barrel every single time. So this 20-inch, how? This 20-inch is left +4, this is left +3. It's a longer barrel. And this is the one we're going to use. That grip. I think mechanic has the other stuff that we want. So he has the gas block. Pop that right on there. You see, this is worth 9K, so the barrels are worth a good bit, which is why I sort of justified buying the new ones. It's just a little tedious to change it out every single time. And he also has the Surefire, the one we want. And I think he also has the sights as well. The Magpul rear sights and then the front sight. And boom, we got our ADAR set up again. Now, some of this stuff is not insured. We're gonna have to go through manually and insure it all. We want to get everything back. It's really important on the barrel and the grip. Again, we're not likely to get this gun back. You could completely ignore trying to insure some of this stuff because you are unlikely to get it back unless you're, oh, I need ammo, unless you're likely in some really nice situation. Oh, I can't buy any more of that. Okay. 55A1 is our next best choice. Same price, but very similar otherwise. And I think we're good to go. Did I hurt myself? Am I injured at all? No, I'm not. I did not take any damage in that raid. This is nighttime. I did not want to do nighttime. I want to do daytime. We're still looking for Reshala. Still looking for Reshala. I just need to kill him. That's all I need. I think if I kill him, I'm done with the mission. I don't think I need to survive the raid or anything. I don't even have to loot him. I just gotta kill him. Which, if he was a normal scav, I might even like think of using a different weapon. I should take grenades too now. Grenades are good, and they're relatively cheap. I mean, I'm spending so much on ammo, but yeah, I need to kill Reshala still for that mission. And I'm getting quite a few player kills as well, which is nice. Some of it's adding to my money, but for the most part, it's just, so I'm not selling dog tags. I'm not getting much money out of these hatchetling kills. And the guy I killed with the armor and stuff upstairs, his armor and stuff is probably going to be gone. He's probably not going to get that back raid, even though I left it technically for him. I could have picked it up and then dropped it in the bush, just so we got it back, but think about that for the future. Now, the one thing I didn't get over the first M4 with this one, I just noticed it, was the foregrip, which I probably didn't need that first time because, again, recoil is not the biggest, most important thing on the ADAR. And if I find a foregrip, I can just throw it on here, which is really nice. That's just another slot that doesn't take up in my inventory. If I find a sight, I can throw it on here. I like to do with my weapons, I like to put some mods that aren't expensive that can fit sights and grips and stuff, and flashlights and all sorts of things, which the M4 is really, really good at doing. You can fit, like, I think 2 sights technically. You can fit one on the front here. But I also fit 2 lights and 1 grip Might even be a third up front. Can't remember how the KC grip or KAQ grip is done, but it helps you sort of consolidate some stuff. Especially if I end up killing all of the Scav boss and his raiders and stuff. They've got so much loot, can't possibly carry it all, that you want to get as much value out of it, so you grab all of the attachments and stuff. Like the laser sights, red dots and everything. That'll get you some extra cash. You can't carry it all back. Let's get a good spawn this time. Or get the boss. Okay, this could be better. We're gonna run around gas station. Just sort of see if he's there. Pretty dangerous if he is there, the route we're gonna take. Because not only can they shoot us pretty damn accurately, but players can shoot us, their nades will be able to get us. There's not much where we can run from. Gotta watch up on these rocks. Players just spawned near the radio tower. Way up on top of them. Coming down. Scavs can be down here too. Gotta try and listen carefully. I'm not hearing anyone. Not seeing anyone behind me. Okay. Hopefully we can make this run without getting killed. Scavs. Sounds like regular scavs.
Хуйло! Вот хуйло! Конец тебе!
Yep, regular scavs. No boss, at least here. You take his gun. He's got a laser sight on there. Helps a little bit extra. Typically more than one scav around here. There's one already. Huh. He'd be hiding pretty much anywhere. Might not even see him. That's fine with me. And as long as he doesn't shoot us in the back. Not super. He saw us way over there. Unless he's got a hunter Ramos, and he's probably not going to end up shooting us or killing us. Yeah, we might as well go down below. Shit. I think we got him. Damn, that had to be a headshot. That was super lucky for us. He had a SKS, which doesn't have the chance to one-shot us unless it's a headshot, but can and will likely penetrate through because he's probably got PS. Our vest, which is not good. 2 quick taps to the thorax and we're dead. And that. Now we're gonna reload now. Because players can be up here, and again the scav boss. Either of them see us. We either need to get to cover immediately or kill them immediately. We're just gonna go through the front door here. So I always like to check the desk up front. For the factory extract key. There's a door key that spawns around there. Players can very easily be ahead of us here. Be real careful peeking all these corners and stuff. Fuck. I was hoping he was really close. So he had a VSS or ASVAL. He may have picked it up from the room. I don't know if it comes loaded though, but that shot just straight through our armor. Nothing we can do about that. Yeah, straight into the thorax. I had a level 4, and that was I think SP 5 is the bad. The lowest tier, I think, level 4 armor can block a few shots, but it probably wouldn't have saved us there either. The SS is a really good gun. So far there's been no scab boss sightings, and we died twice and survived twice. Haven't made money. I think we're gonna end up losing money today. But I think we'll do one more run. We'll set this up. Let's see if we can use a flea market this time to grab a nice cheap ADAR. Oops, I do want operating weapons only. Functional. Yep. What I want to do, back out, trading, flea market. The rest of it. Yeah, that's what I want to remove. And we get the full list. There we go. Weapons, assault carbines, ADAR. Here we go. And it's not sorted by price. We do that. We also need to remove barters. 24. Yeah, we can get it a good bit cheaper. I'm gonna pick that up. And we're gonna do the. Nope, we're actually gonna leave that on this time. You can really do the super budget. We're not using HP. Goodness, what idiot has HP in here? Jeez. We are gonna grab the front sight and the rear sight. We're gonna leave this pretty much stock this time to run through. I grab this from mechanic. Quicker. There's the front. The front sight. This is the rear sight. We will grab the. I don't think I'll grab the comp, but we definitely need the gas block, because we can't fit the front sight without the gas block. And then all we need now are mags, which can be gotten from Peacekeeper really quick. Don't even need to sort. They are. We do need to sort. I'm blind. They're probably right here, but there they are. 3 real quick. We can't take standard or the ammo we typically want to take. Oh, yep, we can. Never mind. So the trader must reset. We can grab 120 of that. And I'm going to sell all this other stuff that I don't need. Almost surprised it doesn't take HP. But it's terrible, so I guess I'm not that surprised. Then load these up. Oops, I didn't get my equipment. Okay. Let's try and get this all one drop. There. Rig. Then contacts. The nicer ones this time. They're not a whole lot more expensive, and they're a little bit nicer. There's not a big difference. It's really hard for me to tell. But we'll run the other ones this time. And then we're ready to go. We're going to ensure, nope, we're not ready to go. We still need meds. So I know we have 1 in there. We're just gonna grab 2. This 1 is gonna go here. We're gonna use the rest of this one in here, and then use the rest of it. Now we have been healed. And we can go to customs, right side. Sure, all our stuff, because maybe we'll get it back, who knows. Then let's go. It'll be our last raid of the day, running a pretty basic ADAR. But it works pretty much as well as the rest of the things. I would like to have had the nice KQC grip, but every time I have to change the barrel, there's probably another grip that's better. That does fit on this barrel, but again, a little too tedious to swap that out every single time. We'll wait a little bit, match into a game, and it'll be a successful day if we get out of this raid, or kill Rashala and still die. And if we die, well, we end up losing more money than we started with, which it happens. We didn't hit crazy good loot on the March room. We didn't hit much else up either. We could have got some extra cash that way. Taking some extra equipment off the bodies, but yeah, not super important. And the ADAR is a pretty nice weapon. It's, again, the ADAR itself is still not super budget, honestly. You can get really expensive with some of the mobs on there. But you can pick it up for really cheap and throw some nice mags in it, some extra fancy stuff you might like. And it can be pretty damn effective. I mean, it does really depend on how effective you are. I was able to take out, what was it, 2 raids ago? Or was it 3? 3 raids ago? Yeah, 3 raids ago when I died. The MPX guy who was on our right side. I was able to kill his buddy beforehand, who was super geared. Had an M4 and everything. He probably had M995, got some good shots in me. And the MPX guy was probably able to kill me because all my armor had been shot through, but ADAR is a good enough weapon that you can take out some pretty damn geared guys. If they got teammates, you got to get both of them. Man, I'm still just talking about it. Disappointing. I killed a guy earlier actually doing the same thing. I was running the AKSU, but I had Eaglenik ammo, which is the highest pen ammo you can get for 545 ammo type. I just had a ton lying around because I'd killed Killa a bunch earlier in the raid to get some money and gear and stuff. So I was just using that, throwing it into a crappy gun, doing some budget raids, and I ran into a guy who literally had a Fort Knowlton. Took him out, got his stuff, actually got another raid. So got an extra fort. I have 2 of them now. One from Prapper that I have not claimed yet, technically. Gotta watch for that guy. Last time we came through here, one of the hatchlings ran from there. And they come through that little crack over there. Looks like either they were super fast and got through ahead of me, or he didn't spawn there. Or took another route. Guy can spawn here as well. I like to spawn here for Marked Raid. Personally, it's closer than the spawn I got this raid. I think it's sort of the fastest to get to 3rd story. That is. I want to sneak up on that guy. He's got a good gun. Yeah, he spawned here. Those nades sound like the scout boss. We can take this guy out. We got him, nice. You don't have a buddy, do you? I'm super paranoid about that now. You have a SKS. You have Swordins. Take that. This is a good. We shot through all your vests, but that's a good vest. I just had good enough armor to get that done. So all those grenades I expect as a scab boss and his minions. Throw nades like that. And can't quite tell the difference, or the distance. But I think that's here at the dorms. I'm hearing the last few shots. And I'm super paranoid now. Once I get 1 kill, I get paranoid about getting out with my loot. I need to calm down. Take it 1 step at a time. Okay. Sure we're listening. Okay, and then we're gonna go up. Someone could have easily beat us here and ran out already. But they didn't. And we get a nice. Ooh. Ammo case is worth 100k. What is this? A filter? Now we can't put the ammo case in our container. Filter we can. We're gonna do that, but the ammo case is gonna hold here. The gun, I'm more than willing to drop that at any time if I need more space or something more expensive. But man, yeah, Swordens. I think Swordens are a bit better than the Peltor contacts. Because I'm definitely hearing stuff from further away. It's making me jump. Yeah, that sounds like it's in the new expanded area on customs. Not at the gas station. Sounds like a 9mm ammo type. Not exactly sure which gun. Someone inside. Oops. That's probably just a regular scav. At least I hope so. They're not gonna shoot and kill me in the back. I hope so. I think we're good. Now let's fight them up here. Hopefully they're all busy. Looting and all. They'll come running this way, or if they do come run this way, I can take them out. We're gonna check up here, see if Rashala. Heard a lot of grenades. That could have been players, but Rashala is likely as well. That is bad. That guy is an M4. I need to actually, painkillers. What? So I don't know what happened there at all. I'm assuming I was shot by someone or something, but I don't know. I've been dying like this a whole lot. It's just really, really weird. A headshot, the Oreo pug just must have shot me somehow. But I don't know if I was desync or lagging out or whatever. I mean, even if I knew where I was getting shot from, I probably would have still died, but man, that was just really disappointing. That's it for today. Gotta end on a low note, but man, really wish we were able to take out that M1A guy. But yeah, that was it. We ran the ADAR a little bit, and aside from my own incompetence, it's a pretty good gun. It's a pretty good gun. We'll see if we can run it tomorrow, maybe.